Welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes with Neen. On this episode, we have three very interesting cars.
Home to the mountain
Right, so obviously we have three different but similar cars. All three of these cars have different stylings and potentially for a completely different customer. I'm not going to go heavy right now into the specifics of the engines and the specifications of all three of these cars. I'm just going to go over the visual look and the design of the cars. And first things first, I want to get your comments. Obviously, we have a classic Land Rover Defender, then we have the Ineos Grenadier, and then obviously we have the new Defender. So first things first, jump in the comments. I want you to tell me what you like, what one's your favorite, and also which style do you prefer, why do you prefer it. Let's get a discussion going on the design of these cars. So let's start over here with the new Defender. Now, the new Defender, we are going to be doing some stuff to this. This is going to be changed into a Rivolve. And if you don't know what Rivolve is, I'll leave the link in the description. It's basically the luxury kind of modification part of Neen Overland, and this Defender is going to be turned into a Rivolve. I'm very excited to be showing exactly what that's going to look like. It's going to look fairly different by the time it's done. But let's talk about the design. Obviously, the new Defender, they've gone for much more of a sleek look. It's got some parts of it that kind of hark back to the original Defender, but it's obviously pushing towards the more modern market. This is a Defender that, yes, it can go off-road, but it's most likely going to be used in an urban environment. It's most likely going to be used kind of potentially going to Waitrose and things like that. But it still has the pedigree, it still has the off-road capabilities. It could still compete off-road to all three of these. The looks, I love the new Defender looks. It's got a lot of customization options. What we're actually going to change this car to, I think, is going to look better than both of these, potentially, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to say about it than it's modern, it's sleek, it's got some boxy elements, but obviously these two are pushing the boxy side. So give me your opinion on the new Defender. What do you like the design? Do you think they should have done something different? Now let's move on to the Grenadier, because this is an interesting car. Because even the guys here at Neen Overland, there's been mixed opinions, shall we say, about the Grenadier in terms of the styling of the car. I mean, the car drives fantastic. Again, I won't go into the details of how it drives and how it actually performs. Let's leave that to Andrew. But the way it looks, I like it and I don't like it. I think there's elements of it that I like, and I've seen different versions of this on the road, and I've actually mistaken it for just like a modified old classic Defender. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing that you kind of look at it and go, oh, that kind of looks just like a better version or an upgraded, newer version than the classic, iconic look of the old Defender. I mean, again, let me know. I mean, this I think is going to get the most comments and spoken about, because the controversy over the design is fairly big. Now, obviously, if you compare both fronts, you've got similarities going on all over the place. You've got a fairly big chin going on the front here. And then it's stuck to the boxy design. It wants to still feel adventurous. It doesn't want to feel like you can take it to Waitrose with your kids. It does feel like it wants to shout, I want to go on adventure. I don't want to just, go and pick up some carrots or something. I want to go across mountains. I want to, do what this does, and I want to do it better. That's how this feels to me. That's how the styling shouts. And I think they've done a good job. There's some elements of it I personally don't like, but at the end of the day, I think it sits that middle ground of, you want to go on an adventure, this could be the car to do it. Would you not just buy a classic Land Rover that's been modified at the same price range? Maybe. And then obviously you've got the classic look of a classic Land Rover. This is a fairly, you know, it hasn't really had many modifications to it, but you know, you look at them side by side and you can really see the comparison of what they were trying to go for. Again, this is the iconic look of this car, and this has heritage to it. It's got history, it's got pedigree. It really does, you know, it feeds into that audience that love Land Rovers. There's a real love for this look. And I think this steals some of it and then adds its own element, and then that one goes quite far the other way. So I think, to be honest, comparing the three as a style choice is good, but at the same time, they're very much three different types of people, different audiences that would potentially buy these cars. But let's just take a moment to just appreciate the actual beauty of all three of these vehicles.
Another nice story we're going to tell now over the next few weeks. We've got this really special Defender which one of our clients took on board back in the last year, and he loves it so much he's decided he wants to have it located at his holiday home out there in the warms of Portugal. And so we're going to actually transform it into one of our Falcon Soft-top 90 Defenders. So we're going to take it from Santorini Black to Grasmere Pearl Green, which is the heritage kind of limited edition run out colour. Change the sort of grille to the heritage grille. And then it's going to stay on these lovely 20-inch wheels because it's got those big 8-pot Rivolve brakes in it. But we're going to do those in Alpine White to give you a bit of a contrast, but still keep this kind of traditional theme going. And then, of course, we're going to remove the roof and the side panels, the rear door, put a integral steel frame in there which will carry a nice sand mohair soft top with zip sides and side windows, zip rear and rear window, and all the niceties that we normally add when we do these sort of jobs, to give him this classic retro sort of last edition sort of Grasmere Green heritage soft top, which you'll see a few images that we'll drop in, so you're going to see what it's going to look at. And then Jake's going to follow the story through the body shop over the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll have another catch up when it's completely finished, and you'll think that's not the same Defender. So watch this space.
Home to the mountaineer.
So behind me I have the transformation that was the previous Defender, in which myself and Tony had a long conversation about putting a lot of parts on. So if you haven't seen that video, go to the other video and have a look at the parts we're putting on. And this is the transformation.
Done!
It's finished.
Done!
Tony from Parts.
From the Parts.
From the part. So obviously you saw in the previous video, if you want to see every single part that's been on this car, then go have a look there. But we're going to have a brief overview because it is finished.
And
correct?
It's cold.
And it's freezing cold out, so we're going to do this, this fairly quickly. I mean, biggest takeaway is it's all the same colour. You've got the Steelies on there, you've got the Falcon Soft-top on the back, and it looks fantastic. I love it. I love a Falcon Soft-top, to be honest. I want to take it away.
We do love a good soft top. We like a nice demo ready for the summer.
Yep.
Show people what we can do.
Yeah.
But it's got little elements that kind of makes it our own, you know, slightly aggressive offset on the front wheels, ETO, so again, just that deeper dish. Heritage front end, fairly traditional, but again, kind of our own little spin, colour code the light surrounds, heritage grille, galvanised front bumper.
Galvanised front
Little
bumper.
touches.
Like that. And then in the inside, we'll jump in really quick. We've got these beautiful Melville and Moon seats.
Steph tell you that, did you?
Yes, I did. I said that one. So both of these seats are obviously done with Melville and Moon, but then obviously we've got our trim guide to...
Paul's wedges magic on some canvas. So to kind of just match in with the kind of seat covers as well, and the bench seats, and then all the way to the back, and then obviously dash as well.
Which all fits in, and then obviously you've got the lovely wooden steering wheel.
Wooden steering wheel with our embossed chrome centre.
Fantastic. Well, that's now completely done. You must agree that obviously the transformation that you've now seen before and after is huge. So if this is something that you are thinking about, or something you have an old Defender and you think, you know what, I'm going to turn it into a soft top, then drop us an email, drop us a message in the description. And at the same time, this car is going to be going on sale, if not already on sale. And if it is, I will put the link in the description to check out this car as well, because it is now up for sale. And yeah, and what do they have to do, Tony?
Like and subscribe.
Oh no.
Is that Uber Eats?
Is that my pizza? Is this Uber Eats?
Licence and registration, please. Looking for immigrants, legal or otherwise.
In a minute.